Safe to say, a lot of you aren't very impressed with what I look like after 11 years of training in the gym. So let's improve this in just 10 minutes, shall we? Just need to adjust the lighting a little bit, get a bit of a pump on, and finally flex so hard I nearly shit myself. For a normal person with a normal lifestyle, this is pretty good, considering I started here. But turns out the majority of you disagree, simply because you're comparing me against what you see on social media. And this is the problem. Socials tend to promote the outliers, the 1%ers, the people who have worked extremely hard for years, who have sacrificed their social lives, who spend hours editing their photos, who lie about taking steroids, and most importantly, the people who are paid to look a certain way. It is literally their full-time job to have a low percentage of body fat. My job, on the other hand, is to show people what's actually achievable within health and fitness, whilst still enjoying their lives without becoming a complete Tupperware twat. Oh, and one last thing, can we all stop assuming that everyone goes to the gym just to bodybuild? There is so much more to it than that. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Cheers.
So I see a lot of these videos online posting realistic progress, and I love it. But so many people are talking shit about it. People just don't understand what's realistic anymore, because everyone's favorite content creator is taking something, and most of them ain't telling you. Let's take a look.
I'm sick of seeing these videos that are like, this is the physique of someone who's trained consistently for 5 years, and it's just some average dude who looks like he's been training for 5 months.
Well, that's a bit bloody rude, isn't it?
Because this is me after 4 years of training consistently, hitting my macros, and this is me after 5 years. 1 year apart, but a completely different person. So what actually changed?
Couldn't just be that you took loads of steroids, got completely jacked, and then used that as a selling point into your own coaching programs now, could it?
Well, I actually just locked in.
It's one way to put it, I suppose. I mean, it's almost as if the whole point of my video was exactly this. That people in the fitness industry have a tendency to set unrealistic expectations using things like lighting, pumps, heavily edited photos, and not disclosing the full truth about how they got their results in the first place. Not to mention profiting from it as well. To be fair, he has since admitted to taking steroids, but he's done that after building a huge following. Now, where have I seen that before? Oh, and this is the same guy that, if I remember correctly, copied James Smith's content word for word. So that honesty can probably only go so far. And lastly, he's made the same mistake that thousands of people made commenting on my video, assuming that people just go to the gym to get as big as possible. What's that phrase again? Assuming makes you a bit of a cunt, something like that. Now, don't get me wrong, his target market probably do want to get as big and lean as possible, which is fine, but they make a tiny proportion of overall gym goers. Us average folk probably want to get a bit fitter, bit stronger, bit more confident, all without having to make the gym our only personality trait and become a boring sap in the process. And that's the beauty of social media, I suppose. You gravitate towards people that share similar values to you, and the people that don't, well, you'd probably rather shit in your hands and clap than have to spend 5 minutes with them.
So this is the problem. There's people out there preaching to you, selling plans, and then they'll either tell you after the fact that they've been taking something, or they won't tell you at all. But it's all unrealistic. 11 years of training, this guy's in good shape. And like he said, he doesn't live for the gym. He's obviously got a balanced lifestyle. Most people watching his content want a balanced lifestyle. We can't expect these unrealistic goals, especially if we don't have the same amount of time and we're not willing to risk our life.
Like, you're a skinny bastard. If I catch you on the street, it doesn't matter what kind of fighting technique you know. I'm smashing a bottle over your head. I'm picking up the nearest object and I'm launching it at you. I'm tackling you into the wall. I'll choke slam you, bro.
These are the role models. So that was one of the trend twins. These are the kind of people I see online all day long. It might be funny content or cool, whatever you want to call it, but there's people getting misled by this and want to live like that, not realizing all of the side effects.
This is what it feels like to be on steroids. After your first pin, about 2 weeks deep, you're gonna get a major fucking libido influx. And for most guys, it's gonna feel like you're going through fucking puberty again, bro. You're not going to be able to stop being horny. It's just something that's gonna happen. Next, at around the 2 week mark as well, you're gonna feel a massive fucking strength increase, massive aggression. You're overall gonna feel like more of a man. Your lifts are going to be absolutely fucking insane. You're gonna go crazy on the weights. You're gonna be able to eat more. Overall, lifting and bodybuilding bodybuilding is going to seem a little bit easier. Now, after about a month on after your first pin, you're going to feel an overall well-being increase. Your confidence is going to go up. Your aura is going to go up as well. And your overall work ethic is going to go up too, bro. You have to keep in mind, this is the male hormone. If you're taking testosterone, which you should be taking on your first blast, this is going to be what you need to be more of a man. Now, those are all the pros I just mentioned. If you're not on top of your cycle, if you're not monitoring your health, then shit can go south pretty quick. After about a month and a half deep, if you're not on top of your shit, you can start running into the negatives such as hair loss, acne, oily skin, mental sides, like mood swings, high emotional state, being on edge, irritability. Gyno as well, which is a fucking big one, bro. Your nipple can get irritated, can swell up. Eventually it'll look like a titty if you leave it untreated for too long. And those are just some of the fucking negatives when it comes to testosterone only, bro. If you're taking other potent shits, it can get a lot worse. So if you're planning to do this shit, just make sure you have the proper guidance in place or know what the fuck you're doing, because if you do this haphazardly, you can run into a lot of goddamn issues. If you need help with your cycle in specific though, hit me the fuck up and let's get to work.
Now, this is a guy called Diego I see on TikTok all the time. I've posted a couple of clips from him before, and this is a rare time where he actually discusses the side effects. But most time, he's just glorifying it. He's making people, it's almost like trying to, as for a young person's mind, he's almost like guilt tripping people into taking it. Like you're not a man if you don't take stuff. Like, what are you doing? You need tests. Dude.
If you want a fire physique, all you really have to do is learn how to cook tren. This is a very, very good skill set to have. Now, all you have to do is just befriend someone in the cartel from fucking Mexico. Just befriend him. Get his contact and start getting your supplies delivered. And then you can start cooking up some fucking tren yourself and pinning that shit into your own ass.
Clearly, this is what gets views, but it just doesn't make sense to me. If you're watching this, it's because you want to get fit, you want to get healthy. This is not how you get fit or healthy. Like, you might look great, but you ain't healthy.
My last name's Diago, but we have a nickname for me. It's Diablo, and I'm on fucking tren because I literally turned into a different person, like a psychopath almost. When I was beginning my enhancement journey, I was doing nothing but dumb cycles.
I would take tests, no AI, no PCT. I've taken Halo testing alone, test deck and D-ball for a bulk stack. I've taken high dose tren, no test space. I've taken 10 IUs of growth at one point with no type of fucking preventative measure at all for increased insulin sensitivity. I've taken oral only cycles, high dose tests, again, no AIs.
I get it. When we were younger lifting, we looked up to the bodybuilders, but we understood they were taking stuff to compete in bodybuilding. But these days, you've got just standard content creators, just standard 9-to-5 workers taking this stuff just to look good in a club or for whatever reason.
Anyone that inspects this package is gonna say, okay, look, DJI RS3 Mini. That's all it is, bro. But then you open the box and, oh, what's this? Oh shit, what's this?
Honestly, how is this stuff even allowed online?
A Maybach. That's what I came to the conclusion of getting. I made this decision yesterday, and we're literally in an Uber right now to get the car today.
So this is the formula these days. You want to get rich, hop on steroids, make a fitness account, and you'll have a Maybach within a year. It's so crazy to me. If any of you guys are starting out or getting back into it and you want any advice or you just want to talk some stuff over, message me directly. You can drop me a message in the comments. I'll reply to everyone, or follow me on Instagram and you can have a proper conversation with me on there. But anyone considering this stuff, don't do it. Talk to me instead. If you're a beginner or you're just trying to get out of a rut, download my no BS muscle building blueprint. It's completely free. It's on my website. The link's in the description. Check it out. Hopefully it can help. Thank you guys.
All right, 16 years old, 500 test, 50 NFR. Holy fuck, bro. He's fucking pinning in a public gym. What the fuck is happening with TikTok, bro? This is actually fucked up. Besides the fact that he's a 16-year-old on a full-blown intermediate blast, he's also pinning in a public gym. Looking at this from a cycle perspective only though, 500 test 50 VAR, typical intermediate cut stack. VAR is going to be an excellent choice when it comes to a shred. It's going to increase fat metabolism. It is anabolic, so you will pack size, but it's not going to be as anabolic as other compounds. It's also going to be super fucking mild on sides. It's a very conservative, mild compound. It's a great option to deploy during an intermediate cut stack. Now, test is going to be your base any blast you take, so at least he included a fucking test base. But bro, you are pinning in a fucking public gym. Like, what the fuck is this? I've never seen this before, bro. Like, dude, you're 16, you're pinning UGL oil in a public gym. You definitely didn't get a script at 16, so you're being reckless as fuck. First off, if you're gonna hop on a cycle, don't hop on at fucking 16. Second, if you're gonna pin fucking UGL oil, at least do it somewhere private, bro. This is burnt as fuck in a public gym. So look, if you're gonna do this, at least have more than one brain cell in your fucking head. Don't emulate this shit. Don't be a retard. If you need help with your blast though, hit me the fuck up. Let's get to work.
So the guy's glorifying all this substance abuse and then gets surprised when young people are taking his advice. Come on, man. Like, he's the problem and he's acting like the guy that's trying to save this 16-year-old. Like, no kid should be considering taking drugs. It don't matter what kind of drug.
If a man's not on steroids, I don't want him. If a man can't bench 405, I do not want him. If he is not double my weight or over 220 pounds, I do not want him.
Wow, the trend I ordered finally came. Time to hop on my first cycle so I can post on TikTok. Damn, I'm looking huge now. I'm never hopping off.
One side effect from steroids that bothers me the most is the voice. My voice dropped fast. I also have stress urinary incontinence.
What's that?
When I lift heavy, I pee involuntarily. Yes, it's a real thing.
It's fine.
Is it worth it?
Abscess from gear use. Holy shit, bro. Look at this. What the fuck is this? Oh my god, bro. No fuck. This is crazy, bro. This is what happens when you fuck up an injection. This right here is an abscess and it can form due to improper injection technique or if you're pinning contaminated oil. Now look, when you're on gear, you are always at risk of this to happen because you can always fuck up an injection one way or another. But typically, if you're brand new to gear, you're going to be more at risk or if you're pinning daily. In most cases, this isn't going to be that much of a concern. Your body will just flush it out on its own. But in some cases, like this in specific, it can definitely get a little more severe. The reason I say that is because the lump's either going to be caused by an inflammatory response from the oil or an infection. If it is from an infection, then that means you're fucked. Infections can for sure lead to a lot more serious fucking problems, and that's where you'd want to go to a doctor to get antibiotics for that shit to get it cleared up. But if you start feeling a lot of pain or swelling or a lot of hives and shit, that's when you know that you should probably go see a doc. But as long as you're using clean gear and you're using proper injection technique, this should never happen to you, but it always expect it to happen at least once throughout your years on gear. Inevitably, it's going to happen. You're going to fuck up an injection at one point. So just know what to do in this specific scenario if it does pop up. Be conscious, get your bloods done as always if you're going to be on gear. If you need help with your cycle in specific though, hit me the fuck up and let's get to work.
This guy Diego likes to post videos kind of like warning people of steroid use whilst glorifying it in every other post. But that's the problem. It's like we don't even take the risk stuff seriously because the people talking about it are taking it themselves.
For $1, would you tell me your steroid stack?
Sure.
No way. What are you tossing in there?
GH year round.
Okay.
A little bit of Masteron, a little bit of Winstrol, Clen, T3.
For $1, will you tell me what steroids you're on?
I'm using Enantap, Primobolan, Masteron, and Trim.
Okay then. For $1, will you tell me what steroids you're on? A long hesitation. Oh, come on, what is it?
I don't know the name, but...
You don't know the name of it, dude?
What's wild to me is he either doesn't know the name, which is crazy, you're just gonna put something in your body and not even know about it, or he feels so pressured in this day that he feels like he needs to say he's on steroids. Either way, it's messed up. These just look like random gym goers. Like I've said before, if you're competing and it's your career, I can't tell you what to do, but if you're just someone that goes to the gym for health, it's not healthy. I don't get it.
If you're a beginner or you're just trying to get out of a rut, download my No BS muscle building blueprint. It's completely free. It's on my website. The link's in the description. Check it out. Hopefully it can help. Thank you, guys.
I don't know if you would survive my workouts, man.
Oh, you're shit workouts.
You know,
you're shit workouts. Easy.
you would not survive.
Come
You
on,
would
I've been
quit.
there. I've done that already.
You would quit.
Maybe the leg workout right now. The leg workout might fuck me up right now.
Yeah, we did legs for like 2 hours.
Not the upper body one. I'd crush you. It's too easy. You're a woman.
Yeah, but I'm on so many steroids, right?
you're
Just
too
so
strong.
many.
So many.
Just all of them.
Honestly.
I'm like a human pincushion. Just like,
Where's your favorite spot to shoot? See, I tried to get you.
where's like a normal spot? Like
Shoulder.
Oh, okay.
Glute.
Wouldn't that hurt?
Yeah, the first few times.
Oh, and then you'd what? Get used to it?
Yeah.
So this is Darnell Bailey playing dumb to the idea of steroids. She has been in the game for about 20-30 years. There are no doubts that she has taken something at some point.
So of course the people are going to want to know, just because you're Dana Lynn Bailey. You probably have to repeat yourself 5,000 times, natty or not.
How many more times would you like me to say it? I talk so many girls out of doing drugs.
Getting jacked is much easier with drugs. Do the same thing over and over for 17 years, or it could take 6 months.
Or do it my way. Be 40 years old and still look pretty damn good. People do lie about it, and then when they're caught, it's like, oh! Now honestly, Liver King's part of the problem. It's people like that. When I come out and say I am natural, people don't believe me, and it sucks.
I'm still rich. As long as you don't have emails like Liver King, you're good.
You were part of the problem.
Me? This guy?
Don't believe me.
I think you're thinking of a different YouTuber.
I've seen her train alongside people that openly take steroids, and she's in the same shape or as strong as them guys. And then we've got Simian Panda. Now this guy's been in the fitness space for 20 plus years, and he has always told everyone he's natural. Now I found a clip of him discussing whether he's actually natural or not. Let's take a look at that.
But I actually get more pissed off when black dudes say that to me, because I kind of feel like you should know better. You should know your genetics. Okay, you should know better, you know, because you should know your genetics. You should know what you can actually do. Yeah. And I was saying to you before we started filming, with me, like I can see that people will see my physique and think, but that is an achievement. But I've got 23 years of consistent training, and when I say consistent, I don't mean consistent like other people. Yeah, I had two years off and then I started again. No. I haven't had more than 4 days consecutively off training my entire life.
And what's funny is that you're always in, from whatever I see, 100%. You're always in physique.
No, yes, like, because like that won't change, because I train consistent. I do 7 days a week. I take a day off every now and then.
Now we've already discussed this in previous videos. If you're not taking some sort of enhancement, the idea of training 7 days a week is ludicrous. Your body builds muscle when it's resting. Realistically, someone natural needs to be training 3 or 4 times. So it's little things like this that makes me realize these people kind of shoot themselves in the foot. In my eyes, there's just so many fitness influencers that have been around for so long, unchecked, that now that's the kind of standard. And anyone that gets to that shape, well, no, you can do it because X did it. But now with steroid use being so openly discussed, and you're seeing people get to the shape within year, 2 year, 3 years, people like Darnell Bailey and Simian Panda have been pretty much the same shape for all of these years. With the correct genetics and the perfect plan, it would take you 10 to 20 years to get to that shape. And these people have been fitness influencers in that shape for 20 years. You get what I'm saying? It don't make sense to me.
At the end of every day, you look yourself in the mirror and you ask yourself, did I get better today? If the answer is yes, and you do that for 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, how much better are you going to be? Are you getting better every single day? That's the question, right? And it's just taking small steps. You don't try to get it all done in 1 day, in 1 week, in 1 year. It's the process of getting better every day and doing that for a period of years that then create the masterpiece.
Now, if you're serious about training, you need to stop listening to all this nonsense. Focus on consistency, do something that works for you. Do not overtrain, because these guys will tell you nonsense because they can overtrain. And if you want any particular advice, like I say, comment down below or follow me on Instagram and download the free muscle building blueprint. That has all the information in there, no BS, no fluff. I'm not trying to sell nothing, just easy, digestible information that's going to help you.
When I was 10, my dad took me to the doctor and he was like, what did you do to this kid? Are you giving him steroids? He's like, no, the kid doesn't stop lifting things, doesn't stop doing pull-ups, push-ups. So I don't know what to do with him.
Never chase a girl. If she's yours, she wouldn't be running. If I tell her she's mine, she's mine.
Nobody looks like me. People say, but you take steroids. 90% of the fucking people in the gym take steroids.
So what do you say to those people who say that you take steroids?
Look, I've taken steroids in the past when I wanted to compete. I thought I was going to be Mr. Olympia. When I realized that I'm fighting for something extremely stupid and a $2 trophy. I used to go to 24-hour fitness and I used to sleep at the fucking gym so I could wake up for a morning workout. Because my morning workout was at 2 a.m. I wanted to fuck with everybody, so I'd post myself doing a workout at 2 a.m. That is who I am. I'm the warrior.
The whole point of the morning workout is to work out when the sun rises, to be awake during sunlight and be asleep during nighttime, because that's supposed to be better for us. There's no extra benefits from working out an ungodly hour. A 2 a.m. workout doesn't make you productive. It's you're gonna be awake for the same amount of hours as everyone else. It don't make sense to me.
Do you know that the Shaolin monks don't ever end their life?
How did you even get connected with them?
When we came to the US, I started eating at a Chinese restaurant. The owner was, for me, Master Shifu. When I used to go there, eventually the owner fell in love with me. And he said, that kid is special. And I would come to him, and before I would eat, he would move all of the tables and he would teach me Kung Fu. And I was 10 years old. So I learned how to move with like Kung Fu, you know?
Yeah.
It was different and I loved it. And that inspired me because I said, I'm gonna be like Bruce Lee. And I would come there every day and I would train after school. And then after I would have my beef and broccoli. And from there, when I got older, I said, I really wanna go and train with the Shaolin monks. First of all, they don't accept you. Today they do, by the way. You can pay to go there.
How did you get in?
You have to wait outside of the temple. When they let you in, they teach you things that are unbelievable.
And for that reason, I've created a Telegram channel, the F Student Council, where I share secret knowledge.
So he's watched Karate Kid. He's got this idea, this story of some restaurant and this guy's teaching him Kung Fu. And then now he's learned all these secrets from the Shaolin monks. And don't worry, he's going to teach you it all. You just got to pay him. Don't fall for this BS. There's so many of these. Like, you remember those alpha camps? These alpha camps where people were paying £18,000 for a 3-day camp to learn how to be an alpha male.
You don't fucking deserve to be here. Fucking quit. You piece of shit. I want to be a better man. I want to be a better husband.
It's bad enough spending hundreds of pounds a month on supplements and you're not even focusing on eating properly or training properly. But to spend that amount of money to get shouted at, and what do you think is going to come from it? So 3 days later, you come out of there a brand new man. This whole alpha man thing is ridiculous anyway. Anyone that wants to claim the alpha male wants everyone else to call them one surely isn't one because they're so insecure. Like, it's ridiculous. Just be happy, be yourself.
So I called my bank, and when I called them, I asked for $250,000. Now, for me, $250,000 is not much money. As you guys could understand, $250,000 is not much money.
Okay, cool, bro.
What about you, natty or not?
No.
Not natty.
No, not nada. I test 400 milligram a week.
Testosterone?
Yeah.
Where are you getting this stuff?
That I'm not saying.
I don't want to be rude, but someone that doesn't look like they're taking steroids, being so proud that they're taking steroids is just always going to be weird for me.
One of the things that drives me crazy is people that are really out of shape. A friend of mine is overweight and he's been talking to me about exercise and just like, I'm worried about being sore. I go, listen, man, if you want to do this, I will work out with you and I promise you, you will barely get sore because we will work out for maybe 20 minutes. What I'll have you do is just do like 5 push-ups, 5 body weight squats, 5 sit-ups. Too many people, they try to make up for years of abuse and they try to just jump right back in and fucking run a marathon.
Yeah.
Like, don't do that. Your body is out of shape. We gotta build it back nice and slow, the same way it got sick. Yeah. Build it back.
That's a great message. A lot of people need to realize this. Like, whether you've never trained before or you haven't trained in months or years, you can't expect to go back to something you used to do, or you can't expect to do the crazy workouts you see online because your body's not built like that yet. Start slow. Do something you can maintain. Do something that's not going to kill you for 2-3 days afterwards so you can keep training.
So you don't need to spend a lot of time in the gym, guys. That's the main thing. It's all about the quality and the intensity. And now recovery.
One mistake I used to make when I started training was stopping at 12 reps just because it said so on my program. I thought the 10 to 12 rep range was magic for muscle growth and it didn't matter what weight I used as long as I hit 12. I made the most progress when I started picking a weight where I couldn't do more than 8 reps and I went to absolute failure. This put my muscles under enough stress for them to repair and then grow bigger. I would only increase the weight when I was able to hit the top of my target rep range and then I'd repeat the process. This is progressive overload.
It's very important to consider that the rep range isn't getting you the results. It is working to failure or pushing yourself. You don't necessarily need to reach failure, especially if you're new to the gym, but you have to push yourself past comfort. So if 1 push-up is comfortable for me, but 3, 4, 5 is tough, I need to be getting to 2 or 3 push-ups at least to be seeing something or to be getting some sort of benefit.
When I tell people like, hey, maybe you need to start going to the gym, fix your mental health, fix the way that you think about things, there's actual science and data behind it. They have discovered over the last decade that your muscles are basically endocrine organs. They secrete chemicals and proteins that are good for your mental health when your muscles contract. They can help you combat stress and even fight depression. So every time you're contracting your muscles, you're manufacturing natural antidepressants, natural anti-anxieties, and natural stress relieving chemicals in your body. If you're feeling depressed, go hit the gym or just get down, do some push-ups, get your muscles moving because those endorphins, those chemicals are going to get to your brain and they're going to make you feel that much better.
If you guys spend 2 to 3 times a week in the gym working with intention, 45 to 60 minutes per workout, now you think that's 3 hours out of your week and it could literally change your life.
Shape. That's the number one thing. I put it in front of making money. I really do. I think that being in shape gives you an advantage in business. Physical stature on a man when he walks into a room and his ability, like I said, to look you in the eye, body language, it garners respect and it, in my opinion, can get you further in business. You could be a very rich guy and walk through the grocery store and nobody would know. You can't say that about fitness. You get to carry that with you everywhere you go. It gives you an advantage.
This is a nice thought, but I don't train so I can walk around a supermarket and feel good about myself. I train because I know that's going to make me healthy and I'm going to live a long, happy life. But whatever gets you to train, do it.
People don't understand that you could get 80% of the results of a pro bodybuilder by just training 20% of the time. Like if you just make it in the gym twice a week, you're going to get really good results. I never thought that I could keep muscle by training full body like twice a week, but since I've done it, it's just as good.
I could probably do 3 sessions, maybe even 2 sessions.
Yeah, which I
maintain.
People are always going to gas up what they're doing to make it seem crazier or more extravagant. But reality is you can train, you can do bare minimum. As long as you're consistent, your bare minimum and good eating habits or better eating habits than you've done is going to get you results. And then those results gives you the discipline and the motivation to carry on.
It's one of the reasons why I work out so hard. Because when I work out really hard, I have respect for myself. Yes. For that day, I know I'm not a lazy piece of shit. For that day, I know I'm focused. For that day, when I'm done, I'm like, I know who I am. I get shit done.
At the end of every day, you look yourself in the mirror and you ask yourself, did I get better today?
Look, it's never going to work. Okay, well, just explain to me why. You think people are going to come to your barn, well, not 24/7, and just start picking stuff up and putting it back down for an hour or two, however long they want, and leave and be satisfied. And they're going to pay you money every single month. Well, I am going to have a yearly option for them to pay for those who want a small discount, and we'll pretend that it's worth it, and they don't have to pay monthly. You're going to have to be at your barn 24/7. Oh, no, everybody will have a key. You just going to give them a key? No, I'm going to sell them one. Well, what if they don't show up? You still going to charge them? Yep. That's stupid right there. So I'm going to do it. I bet you they ain't going to pay you. Oh, no, they're going to pay. How you know? I'll make them sign a contract. For how long? At least a year or 2. Is that legal? I'm going to tell them it is. Yeah, but everybody works during the day. So, what does that matter? When would they have time? They can come when they get done working. Wait, so you going to get these people to come to your barn and lift heavy stuff and put it back down after they get off work? Look, the best part about it is I've come up with a name for what they're going to be doing. I'm sure to make as much sense as the rest of it. Working out. Okay, that's literally the stupidest thing.
Now, if you're watching this and you've been thinking about going to the gym for years, months, whatever, and you've always been too scared to get started, this is for you. So this is Easy Joe's. I'm Joe. and we're trying to make gym as easy and as accessible as possible. Everyone can get in shape, but these days, all of this social media stuff just makes it seem so toxic and, let's be honest, just scary to get in the gym. Now, for a lot of you, you just think of the word gym and you'll think of stuff like this. Sorry, even someone like me that spent over 20 years in the gym, I can agree with you, that is ridiculous. And that is not what we're going to be doing. Now, let's say you've never touched a weight, you've never played a sport, you've never exercised, and maybe you're in your mid-30s, 40s, whatever, or you're young. How would you get started? What is the best way or the safest way?
Walking is the best form of cardio, hands down. No argument. Walking is still the best form of cardio. I've done it to lose over 230 pounds now. It's something that's simple, sustainable, and you can do it no matter if you're 430 pounds like I was or 200 pounds like I am right now. It's something that you can do throughout your entire weight loss journey, and you can progressively overload it just like you can the gym. And of course, I mean, it's freaking relaxing as hell. Gosh, get outside, guys. You know, I have to remind myself of that too sometimes, but yeah.
That's it, walking. If you've never exercised, walking is gonna be your best thing. Even if you've exercised your entire life, walking is still amazing. But like he said, it's sustainable. What he means by that is you're not gonna trash your joints. You're not gonna get injured. It's something you can do for the rest of your life. And if you're someone that has never trained, the smallest of stimulus, so the smallest thing that's gonna get you tired, is still gonna give you results. So as a beginner, a lot of people will be scrolling TikTok and stuff like this, and they'll assume that you need to train 6 days a week to get in shape, and you need to do this. You don't. If you've never done anything, even the smallest of change is gonna give you some results. You could start simply just by walking to work. So if you get the bus, the train, whatever, or you drive, but you can get up a little bit earlier and walk there if it's possible. That's a great start. But looking at the science, this is, in my opinion, the easiest way to lose weight. Let's take a look at this.
I've never seen anything in my life strip fat off of a human being faster than this. I wish I could have patented it. There's an entire book written by Tim Ferriss called The 4-Hour Body explaining this whole theory. It says 30 grams of protein within 30 minutes of waking, followed by 30 minutes of steady state cardiovascular exercise. Bring your heart rate down to below 135 beats a minute. Do that for a month and watch it eviscerate. Yeah. The second thing that you need to do is you should have look at your blood work and look at your hormone levels, because if estrogen is high, estrogen's nasty, right? Estrogen dominance is nasty. It'll make you the wicked witch of the West, but it will also hold water. Yes, ma'am. 30 grams of protein within 30 minutes of waking, followed by 30 minutes of steady state cardiovascular exercise. Steady state cardio is where your heart rate is at or below 135 beats a minute. You should be able to talk on the phone, read a Kindle. You are not panting, right? As soon as you go hammer down, your body switches sources. It will switch to lean muscle, right? So, unless you have amino acids in your bloodstream. You burn fat at rest. You do not burn fat during exercise. You burn fat at rest.
Now, I saw in the comments with this, people were asking what steady state cardio means. And that is just a fancy way of talking about something really slow. So something like walking or slowly pedaling on a bike. And like you said, something you can do and still hold a conversation. So for you, if you can't walk at a certain pace and hold a conversation, then go even slower. That would be my best advice. Now, if we're looking at strictly losing weight, it is all about calories in and calories out. If you are living in a calorie deficit, which means you are burning more calories than you are consuming, you are going to lose weight. And walking is just another way to help you burn more calories than you're eating. It's really that simple.
The vast majority of successful people have one thing in common, which is they're consistent. Champions are broken. They're like, It's like people look at champions and try and find something that champion has that they don't have. And he's like, but it's not that at all. He's like, they lack something everyone else has, which is an off button. They just don't stop. And consistency, you cannot see in a snapshot. You can't see consistency in a soundbite. You can't see consistency in a reel. And so consistency is one of those things I think you talked about, unlearnable lessons. I think they are difficult to learn without large amounts of exposure. Trying is one of those.
The one thing we cannot compromise is consistency. If you're consistent, you are going to get there. Start with something you know you're going to be able to stick to. And if you can stick to it, it is guaranteeing results. Now, those results might be slow, but they're much quicker than doing nothing. You know what I mean? Like if you do something, you know that you're going to get somewhere. I get it. It is not easy, especially when you've never done something. It is hard. You're gonna ache. It's gonna hurt, but you need to do it if you want to be healthy. And if you're watching this video, chances are you want to be healthy and you want to make a change.
At the end of every day, you look yourself in the mirror and you ask yourself, did I get better today? If the answer is yes, and you do that for 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, how much better are you going to be? Are you getting better every single day? That's the question, right? And it's just taking small steps. You don't try to get it all done in one day, in 1 week, in 1 year. It's the process of getting better every day and doing that for a period of years that then create the masterpiece.
With all this stuff online, it's easy to compare yourself to perfection. But the people posting all these videos, none of them are perfect either. None of us are. But if you want to get in shape and you're scared to go to the gym, you're confused with everything, diet and stuff, let's just start with walking. If you want any more advice, feel free to follow me on Instagram or comment down below and I will help you with anything. I will reply to everyone. I hope this helps, honestly. Have a good week. Thank you guys. Take it easy.
Before I fall to the system, I'm gonna try and do good with my gifting and pray to the Lord for some wisdom. Pray. Hopefully someone will listen. Amen.